Good morning, everybody. Welcome into the Keisa Joe Show. We're live right here at the Filter Coffee Parlor here this morning. How you guys doing? Got a great show lined up for you today. But guess what? Guess who's not here today? My one and only partner. She's out today. She's bitch. She has some other stuff to tend to. But guess what? I am here, and we got a lot to get into today. And we're also going to have a special guest on the show by the name of Roy Williams. He'll be coming here, and we're talking about when he gets here, take back the day. We're gonna tell you more about that once he get here. Once we put the once he comes on the show, he's here. But once he comes on the show for it to be our guest, it's so much to talk about that when we're talking with him. But today, what we're going to get into here on the show this morning. How y'all doing? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Need you guys do us a favor. Make sure you guys share the live out there. Hit the like button. Talk to everybody. And we also want to thank Fisher Chiropractor for being a sponsor of our show. Thank you so much. Shea Butter. Thank you for being a sponsor of the show. Keisa's Shea Butter. Thank you for that. And also, Filter Coffee Parlor for being a sponsor of our show each and every week. And we thank you guys for sponsoring, sharing, and liking our lives and all that good stuff this morning. Now, that was an event that happened last night, America, that everybody is talking about around the world. It's talking. And I said I wasn't going to watch it. And I happened to catch a little bit of it till I couldn't take it anymore. So, do me a favor. Y'all get ready to lock it in with your boy of the Keisa Joe Show. And let's talk about what happened last night here in America. Because it was an event that is going to have an impact on America. What did y'all think? I want you guys to drop into the comments and tell us what did you think about the debate between the former president and the current VP of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, and former President Donald Trump. I tell y'all what, it was what I've been talking about, what I have said over and over again. And what we saw last night was a repeat of what I had been predicting that was going to happen, that if you watch this is what Donald Trump was going to do. And for me, I'm just going to say this, America. There should not be a second debate, nor a third debate. I think this should be our last debate. It shouldn't be anymore, because last night when I watched the debate, it was clear the distinction in who's running for office. Now, we always say on the show, Keisa and I, you choose who you choose. You like who you like, right? But as I watched the show last night, I got to say this, America. I'm going to say this. I got to give it to the vice president. She did her thing. She shut the former president down. The things that he was saying last night, America, I have no idea what he was talking about. I'm just going to be honest. He did not answer. She didn't answer some questions. He answered no questions. He always brought it back to his favorite things that he talked about. Immigration. He brought it back to the economy is but bad and it's not going to work. And at the end of the day, he always talked about himself. So when I watched that debate last night, I'm going to have to say this to you guys, right? I think Donald Trump is done. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think he's done. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I truly believe at the end of the day that Donald Trump wants out. Because last night, he stayed disciplined for about a good 15 to 30 minutes last night. He was disciplined for a little while. But then after that, when she got on his skin and started talking about his crowd sides, she started calling him out of his name, and she started to hitting back at him about things that was not working. Well, guess what? He got unhinged, or he went, I call it, he went nuclear. He started getting on the defensive. And that's a problem that I saw with the debate last night, that Donald Trump did not say anything of substance. He never answered any of the questions, and he did not. I'm sorry, but he did not sound presidential in no shape, form, or fashion. Now, I don't think neither one of them is the best choice for America. That's just myself personally. But, everybody, you guys are listening to the show. You guys are going to make your own determination of who you're going to vote for and who you may vote for.
I would love to get in on this.
I ain't actually. I was talking to America. I ain't actually to come in over here.
I got you. America listening. They can listen to both of us.
But why?
As
why
a
are you?
Family.
But why are you here, sir? I don't need you for this.
No. I'm gonna keep the spot warm. I still got it on you, OG. I got you, OG.
Okay.
But I did watch the debate too. And I'm with you all the way. That's why I had to get on because I was like, it went exactly how you called it.
Uh-huh.
It went and it was eerie how it did. Because you called and shout out to the folks if you tune in and you watch the Joe Lockett show, especially from yesterday. You said exactly the niche or the angle that he was gonna go for. And you called what she would need to do in order for that, for one, not to stick, and for her to make points. Like it was such a clinic that you would have thought he was Biden. You would have thought that he was Biden in that.
Well, I'm gonna say this: she put him. She put him in. She put him. She had him backpedaling last night, and there was one person prepared for the debate, and there was one person not prepared.
Yeah,
and it was a clearly distinction between the two last night. And when I watched some, I'm not gonna say I watched all of it because I got tired of watching it. But the interview was disappointing to me. The debate was disappointing. I know people who's voting for Kamala Harris is yay, but it was really disappointing because, of course, she was going to come in with the facts. America, you knew that she was going to be the one that sounded professional, but she still didn't answer. And this is just me critiquing. There were questions she still didn't answer about really how is she going to build the economy. We understand that she is going to do for the middle class, the housing, the health care. I understood all of that. Okay, but how do you plan to get this through Congress? How is this actually really going to work? And there were other things that as I was listening, she did a Donald Trump and she avoided the question and diverted to something else too. So both of them were doing it. He just did it this whole time. She did it a few times. But I don't think there should be any more debates. That's what I saw last night, honestly, America, was it was a disgrace to the system that I believe in. It was a letdown of what I look at for the institution of the Constitution of the United States, the presidency. It was just it was just low. The bar is Donald Trump has set the bar so low, anybody can come in and make it seem well. So I was not pleased with what I saw last night. It was what I've been predicting. And when I sat there for about 20 minutes and watched, I probably watched about 30 or 40 minutes, I'm not gonna lie. But he never caught his win. He never caught his win. He never was into what he was saying. And there are people who are still going to vote for him because they feel that that that's their guy. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this here: if Donald Trump wins, anybody can run for president. After that debate that I saw last night, after the things that I said,
it don't even matter about criteria.
But he lost me last. I mean, he had already lost me a long time ago on a lot of stuff he was saying. But when the dude you talking about a presidential debate and he's talking about people, cats and dogs, and people eating, I'm like, bro. And he's serious.
The fact that he doubled down on that,
yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah, that's the part that for me that was like, bro, are you serious? This is what we're doing today, right? And so when I sat there and watched that last night, it was like, no, we're not doing this one here. So it was what I thought, but I was really disappointed in what we have put up for the United States to become the president of the United States.
I got you. I as a novice to politics, I make sure to say that as a novice to politics, I'm with you as far as with it seeming like the bar is low. From how I even heard it, even as a kid watching it, and then growing up to it until recent years, there was a certain level of prestige, and there was a certain level of decorum that you had to have if you were taking up politics, period. It wasn't so overt, it wasn't so flashy, it wasn't so, but it was definitely concrete on how it was presented. And I'm just talking about politics in general, regardless on whatever side, whether it's left or right. That's how I saw from both sides. Now, did both sides have their own way of doing things? And you know what I mean? Keywords, phrases, gotcha questions. I got you all day. That's part of it. But from the optics, as a novice looking into it, it did seem like the decorum, the prestige, all of that got lowered within the recent years in how it's been played, especially if you're going towards the last this year alone. It's been really, really mucky. And for someone like you that's been in politics for years, I can imagine why you would be disappointed because it's not is even if I noticed it as a novice to it and you realize it as more professional into it and you can see the drop off too and you like it's obvious all the way around. I'm with you all the way. I think the bar did go lower, but I think that's what you're dealing with the candidates.
I'm gonna say we need a reset in America. Honestly, both parties need to reset. I think we need to pick better candidates. But I would say last night, the vice president clearly won the debate. There's nothing that there's nothing. No one could come back and tell me that Donald Trump did his thing because he did not.
Now I have a different critique though, because you said you would have wanted her to like explain a little bit more.
Mhm.
I understood why it could only be explained so much because of for one, you're dealing with the debate with a guy that's going to look for gotcha questions and
Yeah.
for the last word.
Mhm.
So you speaking on the nicks and the cranny of how you're going to get stuff done, he's only looking for that angle so he can distract it.
Like I said, what I was looking for, she didn't need it last night.
Yeah, she didn't.
She didn't. What she did
did.
was way more than enough. She blew him completely out the water. I'm saying for me as a voter, right? And you heard me say this before. When I'm looking for her, I'm looking for details, dotting I's and crossing T's. How are you going to get these things accomplished? And I'm
Yeah.
not saying this because it's her. Every president, every person that's running that's a nominee for the president of the United States, they always give us a tagline. We're going to do this in our first 6 days. We're going to do this in our 30 days, right? But then once they get into office and they're elected, then they started saying, well, we can't do this because of this, or they started avoiding the questions, and they get diverted and do something else, taking care of their special interest groups. So this is why I say I want to see how she's going to do it, what she's going to do on some of the things. So be more a little bit more detail oriented. Because right now, what I hear are great taglines, right? Can she get it accomplished? Trump said back in the day that he's going to get he's going to get Trump care. It never happened. He said he was going to build a wall. It never happened. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden said some stuff when he became in office. Stuff has never happened, right? He was going to get control of the border. Never happened. Have y'all ever noticed? Every president always talk about they're going to get control of the border, right? Last night, former President Trump, what did he say? You can go home right now and close the borders and sign a piece of paper and close the border. But if it wasn't that easy, why come you didn't do it? Why come he didn't do it? You see what I'm saying? Because when you left, you saying immigration was under control. You fixed the immigration. But if you fixed immigration, it still be fixed today. No, what you did was an executive order. See, when you do an executive order, the next person come in and change it. So you didn't fix it. You put a Band-Aid over a problem to say you did your job, but you really didn't. So again, no president up to this point has fixed immigration. So my question to the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, do you really want to fix it? Right? Or do you really want the people coming into this country because the workforce here is dying? People are not working as much anymore.
They're not.
Right? And you're coming in and you're hiring a lot of these people, factories are coming in and hiring, let's be real about it, hiring people that's here, helping them get their visas as they're working, but paying them lower wages. What Trump said the other day that they're taking jobs, they're not taking nobody's jobs. When these people come over here, they're taking jobs nobody won't. Let's just keep it real. That's really what's happening in this country.
They being given.
Bro, I work, you work. I ain't never had nobody take the job that I wanted. I ain't never had nobody take the job that I wanted. I ain't never had. Have you had a problem with somebody taking your job from a different country, take the job you wanted?
No.
I think anybody listen to the show today. None of y'all have had that issue where someone has came in from another country and is taking the job that you wanted. No, they're taking jobs that nobody else has wanted. That's the honest God truth. You know what I'm saying? So should you come in this country and be legal? Yes. I think you should go into the country and be legal and do things the right way. But the way they're presenting it, it is not my job as a citizen to control the border. That's your job. This has been out of control since the 80s, probably early 70s. This has been a problem. When Biden was a senator and Obama wasn't even thought of. Nancy Pelosi was in the bit. I mean, this has been a problem forever. Nobody seems to really want to fix it. It's a great talking point. They sell it to us every 4 years, but nobody actually fixed the problem. From a Republican to a Democratic, for Democrats, nobody has fixed the border problem. But it's great to bring up the economy. Nobody's fixed it. Balancing the budget hasn't been balancing Clinton and Newt Gingrich. Come on now. So these things that people are saying is not new. The only big thing that I can say that was actually changed that I've seen in my lifetime, well, one of them were when former President Obama did do Obamacare because I didn't think he was gonna get that through. Now, it was rough and it's still being worked out, but at least he got that done through Congress. He got the bill passed, right? And it changed where how we deal with our healthcare today. Um, Now you can get operations with preconditions. So that is a big difference here in the United States of America that I'm seeing. And I guess I'm sick and tired of America of the stump speech. I'm sick and tired of the same title taglines that everybody continues to talk about each and every day, each and every time. So when I watched that debate last night, Kamala Harris, did she win? Yes, she knocked it out the park. Did Donald Trump, he got some thinking to do? Yes. I'm gonna be honest. They should never. He shouldn't want another debate.
No,
Seriously,
no.
because he's going to come in. He's going to do the same thing. He's not going to be able to out debate the vice president. He's just not. She's as a step above him for what he needs to operate at that level. On that debate stage, he's outranked. Ain't gotta like Trump. Don't like Trump. I'm just saying that on that stage right there, for what he needs, he's definitely outranked. He's outclassed. He needs to stay. If he's going to win, he's going to have to do it old school. I'm gonna be honest with Donald Trump. If he wants to win to become the president of the United States, he's gonna have to go door to door. He's gonna go state to state and talk to the people and find the people who like him. He's not gonna be able to do it the way he usually do it. The media is not gonna be his darling anymore. He can't win the news cycle because he's not articulate enough. Now I don't know if he's not able to get that articulate or he chooses not to be that articulate. That I don't know. But what I do know is if he's standing on the stage again next to her, he's going to look even smaller because the only thing he knows how to do, he can't raise his debating skills. So he goes very low. He going to say, you ugly. He going to talk about your mom. He going to talk about your kids. He going to talk about your friends. He going to talk about your dog that you dated last year. You know what I'm saying? He going to go as low as he can because he's not able to do this. He's not able to articulate himself at a higher level that sounds professional and that sounds presidential. And Donald Trump's biggest problem that he really got to realize, but one of his other biggest problem is, keep telling you, sir, you're debating a lady. America is not going to sit there and take that you sit there and talking about women. And he danced all night on abortion rights.
Yeah, you saw the Swifties came out. She officially endorsed them. I was like, oh yeah, crap.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah. So she's on board with him and everything. So but I thought Swift was already on board with Taylor. But
no, that was Beyonce.
No, but I thought she was already on board though.
Well, I get why you say that, but she wasn't. She hasn't made any type of what I was. Because I know what you're talking about.
No, I'm just saying
she hasn't made any type of stance.
She didn't say anything, but I already thought she was on board because I knew she wasn't going with Trump. And even though he was claiming her, I knew she wasn't going with Trump.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is losing a lot of people right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if a lot of people knew, but if you didn't realize, he's also for the Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney and his wife then endorsed him. The current vice president. So it's a lot of things right now that I look in the presidential race right now with the vice president and the former president of the United States. I say this here, nephew. Godspeed, America. And the reason why I say that, man, because at the end of the day,
I feel you.
It's going to be a long next few months. Because now she has to stay poised. He has to try to get some kind of control. And I think you're going to see more people jumping ship from him than anything at this point because he's not able to be disciplined going forward. And like I said, I would not be surprised if he backs out of this race and say he's being treated unfairly. Because I don't know if he's ready to lose this presidential race as bad as he may lose it if he keep going down this path.
Yeah, because you see, he tried to get ahead of it. Even after
Yeah.
saying that the news and the team that they put together and agreed on was being more biased and only fact checking him.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say some of those questions, man. Honestly, when I listened to him yesterday, they were going hard after him. Their questions was not as hard towards her as they were towards him, but he had said more. He had gave them more material to do it with. When I was watching it last night. But what I did not like the moderators did, and they were unfair with this, they let him talk even after he finished, and they said they was moved on. When she tried to talk, they shut her down. There was a couple times that they did that, so they wasn't fair in that respect last night. Because when I watch it, I'm trying to see the equal balance, and then I'm gonna make a decision from there. That's the way I go with it. But when I was watching it last night, the questions were more geared towards him and the things he said and the things he tweeted. They went after her on some of the policies, which she kind of ducked and dived a little bit, but then she never answered. But at the same time, when I was watching the moderators, it was swayed more towards against him for her, in my humble opinion. But I would say this: I really got to give the moderators kudos because they didn't let it get into a shouting match and a back and forth like previous, just like it used to.
Yeah, they put a rail on that.
And I love the way they handle. I mean, it looked presidential, even though it may not sound presidential. It looked presidential. Because if you would have sat there and just been listening to it on the radio or something, just listening to it, it sounded bad. You know what I'm saying? But it looked really good on TV.
Well, let me ask this, because we do got some other news that happened this morning. Did you hear what happened this morning?
Which part? What news?
With Frankie Beverly.
Yes, Frankie Beverly passed away, but I think it was yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it was yesterday.
September 10th.
And they're making the announcement today.
Yeah, Frankie Beverly's gone, man.
That it didn't take me out, but I was like, that really got me.
I've seen a couple of his concerts, so I really love me some Frankie Beverly Mays. Yeah,
man, I grew up off of that.
Yeah,
him, because I was with my grandma,
right.
all the time.
Yeah.
She'll play him. Yeah. She'll play the Isley Brothers, and then she stayed with some godly, not Smokey, but Al Green.
Right.
She loved Al Green, and she'll pair Al Green with Frankie.
Yeah.
Man, that about got me down in the dumps, man. I was setting up. I was like, golly, I had to play me some playlists. I had to.
Right.
I had to play the Frankie Beverly playlist.
Right.
My favorite one is Silky Soul, though, by him, when he was dedicating to Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I had to hear that.
I just know I'm getting old when I wake up every day or once a week and somebody that I know famous is gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, boy, you getting old. But today is a good day. Today is a really beautiful day because we have a guest that's gonna be coming on here in a few minutes, and he's talking all about Take Back because it's September 11th. And when he comes onto the show, we're gonna let him explain a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
But also today is a much more beautiful day for me.
So much beautiful. Okay.
Because my baby's in the air. They're on their way to Dallas right now, America.
Oh my goodness.
They text me. They actually, man, it was so cool. They called me 10 minutes before they taxi came to pick them up and said, Dad, we on our way. And then they sent me pictures when they was in the airport in Japan. Sent me some pictures. They're like, Dad, we getting ready to get on the airplane. Took pictures by the airplane, right? We on our way.
They sound like they really, really excited.
Man, they so happy to be on their way, man. Their uncles, we all waiting for them. And all of us out Birmingham, all my friends and family, everybody's waiting for my daughters to come. So if y'all don't know what y'all know what I'm talking about here on the Keisa Joe Show, right here at the Filter Coffee Parlor. My babies, my daughters, Selena and Sabrina, are on their way here to the United States to visit their daddy for the first time. So it's going to be documented. We're going to talk about it. Hopefully we can get them on the Joe Lockett Show tomorrow. So guys, tune in for that if you guys have time. But we got a lot of other stuff to get into the show today. We're going to say condolences to the one and only, the great, the legend, someone I think everybody loves, with the one and only Frankie Beverly and Mays. Keisa's out today. And I think I'm going to have to fire her.
You're going to have to fire?
I have to fire my co-host.
The co-host of the Keisa and Joe Show?
Yeah, because you sit next to me, and I see you every freaking day. So that's not
okay.
good.
Tell me how you really feel.
I don't like you like that. I don't need you to sit be my co-host every time that we're doing this show, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like you, but I don't like you like that.
It don't sound like it.
I really don't like you, but I love you. But
That's crazy.
but it's true though. I like you, but it's one of those things.
It's one of those things.
Yeah,
Like, you just can't get away from it.
I'm trying.
That's crazy. It be the one. It be your family, man.
But let
It
me
be
say
your
this, man.
family.
This morning before I got here, bro, that was a traffic jam. I'm still trying to do a few other things to get ready for my daughters to come.
Yeah.
I'm running late. And for whatever reason, I don't know if anybody else is having this problem, but I'm having a problem with my Cash App.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to send some money this morning to a friend of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and they closed my Cash App account. And they said I did something, I did some activity that was wrong, but I haven't used my account in a minute. And they just closed my account. So I'm like, luckily I ain't have no money in it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank God for that. But my Cash App account is now closed. So anybody, y'all hit in the chat if y'all Cash App is having any problem. Because I use my
run
Cash
your
App.
banking stuff through it either.
Huh?
I said, good thing you haven't ran your banking stuff through it either.
Yeah, because I mean, it was, I don't know what was happening, but I got ready to send the money. He said your account is being closed because they said I violated something. I'm like, how I violated something when my normal activity is my normal activity on my account?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know what's going on in my Cash App account. I don't know if I'm gonna even try to go back into it or get another one. Because that's scary. Because if I would have had money on that account,
it'd have been.
But it's so convenient.
It is.
It is so convenient. Like when my friends need something, I can just do it like
up.
this, and I ain't got to, meet them anywhere. So if anybody got any other ways of, electronically using money, I think PayPal, you can do it that way.
PayPal, they got Venmo. They got if you with Apple, they got the Apple Pay.
Do they got Google Pay?
I think so. Yeah, they got Google Pay too.
I may have to just look into Google Pay, man, because that Cash App, they really, and because they don't tell you what you did, they just said my account was closed, and I'm like, what the hell y'all talking about my account closed and I did some activity?
But you're not the only one I heard something like that there. You're not the only one I heard somebody say something like that.
Okay, but I'm a clean cut guy, man. I ain't no, I don't be like trying to scam nobody or do nothing wrong. So yeah. But that I guess that's why I was a little befuddled when I first got on here, bro. Because you see me, I was a little mad, right? Because I'm like, someone was here and I was ready to send them some money, and I'm like, what the hell wrong with my Cash App?
I was like, you good? He was like, hold up.
Let me make this quick phone call right now, right? Because someone came to meet me before the show this morning, to handle some business. And I told him, when you get here, I'm gonna take care, and then I'm gonna hit you up. And then I couldn't do what I said I was gonna do. So yeah, that's why I was probably a little tad bit disheveled when I first got on the show, y'all. So I do apologize for that. But I'm back now. You guys locked into your boy Joe Lockett, the Keisa Joe Show right here at the Filter Coffee Parlor. Make sure you share the like, hit the like button, share the video out there. We appreciate everything you guys doing on September 11th. Now, with that being said, bye, nephew.
Got you.
All right, y'all. We appreciate nephew, man. I'm gonna tell y'all honestly, behind the scenes stuff. He's shooting. We're using, I think we're using only one camera today. We got one camera. We're using only one camera today. So when he got one camera showing up, y'all, it's like it's two seats in there. So reason why he came over, honestly, because we wanted to bring the guests in later. So he got two seats sitting right there. So he came in to sit down to make sure that this is aesthetically the show looks great. So I give him a hard time, but he's actually really producing the show, and I appreciate you for that, man. I love you, man, for real. I don't like your ass, but I love you. All right, guys, you guys are locked into your favorite morning show, the Keisa Joe Show, right here at the Filter Coffee Parlor. Got a lot of stuff going on, and plus, I think you probably seen me stumbling all over the place for a second there. Was that why you came over? But y'all, let's get it in. All right, so as we said earlier, we had the one and only Roy Williams get ready to come to the show. So, Roy, come on over, man. Okay, so because I hope you're not going to try to play. Okay. No, I was like, no one told me that we was going to have music on the show today inside the coffee parlor. I didn't know how that was going to go. But come on over, man. Hey, welcome to the show, Roy.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, sir. So I ain't seen you in a while, man. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, and congratulations to you for you winning for top 50 over 50. You don't look 50. Look me. I got all this gray, 60 years old.
Right. But you know, you was there too. So we both in the room. We both got nominated for the award. So congratulations to you and your family.
Thank you.
So, Roy, what brings you to the show today?
Well, people who know me locally know that I lost my oldest brother, Army Major Dwayne Williams, in the 9/11 terrorist attack on the Pentagon. For 23 years, I've had a hole in my heart, but I decided to take the day back. Today, I am hosting a free concert. Now, if you like Aretha, if you like Elvis, you need to come out tonight at 6 at the Trustville Entertainment District. It's a free concert honoring my brother as we take the day back and reclaim 9/11.
Okay. So your brother served in what branch of service?
Dwayne was an Army major. He served in the Army for 18 years. When he died, he was 40 years old. He has served in dangerous places all over the world. He was
Bring the microphone a little bit close to you, my friend.
Okay, I'm sorry. He was a paratrooper. He was a ranger.
Okay.
And he was best man at my wedding. He was somebody I could depend on for advice on marriage as well as children. On 9/11, life as I know it changed when Dwayne got assignment to the Pentagon 2 months before 9/11. I was so excited thinking he was on the track to becoming a general. And then terrorists hijacked a plane into the Pentagon, and my brother was unfortunately one of 3,000 people that died that day.
So he was at the Pentagon?
He was at the Pentagon. Just started working there 2 months before the plane hit. I've had a void in my life, but God has filled that void. As I try to have the celebration tonight, we're going to be honoring how he lived instead of how he died.
So, are you the only one going to be there for playing music, or
no?
What we got?
The way it's working is I can sing in my male chorus choir, but that's not my gift. I was a trumpet player, but I was reached out to by an Elvis impersonator named Rob Langford. Dwayne was his military commander when he was stationed at Fort Jackson. 6 months ago, he reached out to me and asked about doing a concert honoring Dwayne. And he asked if we could do it on September 11th. And I said, sure, let's take the day back. Hence the name of the concert. He brought on a wonderful Aretha impersonator. Her name is Kimberly Harmon. And tonight from 6 to 8, come and hear your favorite Aretha songs, your favorite Elvis songs backed up by the award-winning Beale Street Band. And we're going to celebrate Dwayne and how he lived instead of how he died. Now, this is a free concert, but we will be taking up donations because the goal of this concert is to kick off a campaign to get a bronze bust of my brother that will be unveiled on Memorial Day of next year in the Alabama Fallen Warriors Monument in Trustville.
All right. So what's with the guitar, Roy?
The guitar, we had a guitar donated by Guitar Pros, which is in Trustville, Alabama. Now, you know, one of Elvis's songs is Blue Suede Shoes. I'm hoping the Elvis impersonator will play this guitar, but it was donated. We're going to be doing raffles, $10 raffles today, as well as Saturday at the Trustville Dog Days. And the winner will get this guitar and accessories. It's worth about $350. We're going to be selling $10 raffles, and the winner will get this guitar, and the proceeds will go to help build a bronze bust for my brother.
Oh, Roy, we appreciate everything you do for the community, man.
Yeah.
Condolences to you and your family for your brother, but he lived well. We honor him. I'm a former vet myself.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm Navy.
Yeah.
I've served in the Marine Corps. So
yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I never had the loss like you had, so I can't even begin to imagine what that is and what that the weight feels.
And you know, for the first time in 23 years, I'm looking forward to 9/11 because we're celebrating how he lived instead of how he died. Usually on September 11th, I'm going to a sad remembrance ceremony where we talk about how he died. Well, today we're talking about how he lived. Obviously, I could never forget what happened that day, but I am taking the day back and I'm doing a celebration of life instead of death. And so
let our audience know again where you going to be at?
Yeah, it's going to be in Trustville, in the Trustville Entertainment District off of Highway 11, and starts at 6, lasts about 2 hours. I hired a wonderful videographer. His name is Martez Nall. Bold Line as a Line Studios to video it so that my mother, who has Alzheimer's and cannot make it, she's 82 years old, so that she will be able to see this celebration of my brother's life.
All right, congratulations for everything what you got going on tonight, man. We love you, man, and that's peace and love to you and your family, bro.
I appreciate it. Right. And here, I forgot to mention, I have a copy of an actual piece of the Pentagon. a habit as a remembrance of what we have overcome.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all again.
All right, thank you so much, Roy. Appreciate you, man. All right, guys. Roy, that's Roy Williams. Y'all make sure y'all go out to tonight to Trustville Entertainment Center District. It's out there on 1119 Beach Street, Trustville, Alabama. All right, so y'all make sure they got a Elvis impersonator and a Aretha Franklin impersonator honoring the one and only Roy Williams' brother. And for anybody out there who lost someone at 9/11, here you go, Roy. For anyone out there who lost anybody at 9/11, man, condolences to you and your family today. But today is today of remembrance, of course, and we love you guys. So, all right. So welcome back into the Keisa Joe Show. On behalf of Keisa and Joe, I want to say happy 9/11. We're gonna say happy 9/11 for everybody now at this point because we want to make this a day of love. And so while we into this moment of love, nephew, we always got to talk about something about relationships on this Keisa and Joe Show, right? And since Keisa's not here, I get to be Joe Lockett today. I try not to wreck the rest of the show before she gets back. But I do want to talk about this when it comes to women and dating. When you're single and over 50, I'm finding it difficult, ladies, to try to figure out how to date. It's very difficult dating when you're over 50 because if you're divorced like I am, you're not wanting to get back into the dating world as quickly. But you do want to spend time with people, with women, right? And I think when I've been divorced in 2019. I've softened up a lot now, but I still believe that when the man is dating over 50 and he's divorced, is it called dating when we're taking women out? Are we dating you? Because I think most women say they want to date me with a purpose. I'm bald head. I got a nice figure on me. I'm that dude that, that can get some women. I can't pull everyone, but I'm okay. But I remember when I first started dating ladies, I didn't want to be in a relationship. Well, I'm lying. When I first started dating, I thought I wanted to be in a relationship. And then I realized I was single and I was in a relationship. And so I changed because I'm like, I just got out of a marriage for over 7 years. And now when I'm dating somebody, I went back into I started to treat her like I was married. And that was confusing for me. It was a very confusing moment, time and space there for your boy. And then I had to realize this ain't my wife. She's my girlfriend. And then I had to realize, okay, what is dating? So I was ready to date, but I didn't know what dating was. And then when I realized what dating was, I started to realize I'm not trying to get in a committed relationship. So y'all do me a favor, you guys, wherever you guys are watching the show from, do this for me. How do people, when they first get out of divorce, is it dating that you're looking or seeking for once you get back into the marketplace? Or is it that you're seeking companionship with someone? Because I believe that when I went out and I started dating, the first thing I was doing, I really believe that I was seeking companionship. I wanted to be with a woman, but I didn't want to be tied down to a relationship, text messages, telephone calls, and meetings. I just wanted to meet with somebody every once in a while, right? And talk to somebody every once in a while. And I don't think most men know how to say that. And I think a lot of women get caught up in the ambiance of what we bring to the table as men. We come off like we are dating you. We come off like we're giving you that vibe that we really like you. But here's the truth, ladies. We like you, but we don't like you like that. And that's maybe not good to say in the morning on the Keisa and Joe Show right here at the Fifth Coffee Parlor. But just being honest, and the fellas that as you showed this to a fella, he would get it. He'll tell you. Sometimes that's true. Because we're still trying to find out what the dating world is. It's not that I want to be with another woman or date a lot of women. It's just I don't want to be tied down to what I just got out of. That makes sense? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be tied down to what I was doing. Now, that was 5 years ago. I'm in a different place now. I am open for dating if the right person comes along. I am open for love if the right person comes along. You know what I mean? I'm open to it. But when I first got out of my divorce, I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. So I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, what is it called for ladies too? When you first start dating somebody, are you like looking for that man to be your boyfriend to lock it down, lock it in with you? Because I know I've been told I don't have time to waste time, right? I date with a purpose. Is that fair to date with a purpose with someone that just got out of divorce? And the other thing that I'm finding out, ladies, and this is very true. I think a lot of women say they want to date with a purpose till they find that you're not their purpose. Let me say that again. I think a lot of women want to date with a purpose till they find out that you're not their purpose. And if I'm not your purpose, what were you doing with me? Because I think a lot of times, especially when you're over 50, you put that energy into yourself. You work hard to go out there and impress that woman. But then once you've done that part, it doesn't work out. And so the man now, he's deflated, right? He's feeling some kind of way. But the woman, she's okay because she got 2 or 3 men on her bench waiting for her over she been talking to. So I'm asking y'all in the digital airwave land, when you're dating over 50, is it okay to stop call it dating? And can we call it companionship? Is that okay to say just companionship? Let's go on a few dates. That don't mean does that mean women? Do y'all think that I will be playing games with you if I said I wanted to do that? Is that something that you would be open to? And the other question I got to ask y'all, ladies, is this here. I know it's early in the morning we're talking about relationship, but let me ask you, ladies, this question here. Is it okay if I tell you that I'm talking to other people? Can I still get your attention? Is it feasible that I can get your attention if I'm very open and honest with you? And because I'll tell this, I'll be open and honest with you if you be open and honest with me. And I can, if it's okay, you can tell me, hey, I'm still seeing other people too. Right? Is that plausible at over 50? If you call her, she can say, well, I'm on the phone with nephew. Right? And you say, okay, call me later. Then when she calls you, you don't have an attitude. Is that okay? Because that's not your girl. Right? Y'all can have a conversation. You ain't mad about that because you're not the only one. And ladies, would you be okay if I call you and say I'm on the phone with I'm on the phone with Tamika? I call you back. Would you still talk to me? Because what I truly believe is you probably won't. So you say, why do men lie? That's why. Why do women lie? That's why. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it, but you're not being truthful about what you actually are doing. But I think in the beginning stages of dating, it's okay to tell people you can talk to somebody else. I don't mind if a woman, if I call her, she said, well, I'm on the phone with somebody right now. Even if she don't want to give me my name, I'm on the phone with somebody right now, I'll call you back. Okay. She don't owe me an explanation. Here's the other part. Even if she don't call me back, guess what? You don't owe me an explanation. Does that mean you like me less? You like me more? No. You don't owe me no explanation because we're just friends. We're just talking. We may not be friends. We're just people who are trying to get to know one another. So that's not a bad thing. But I think what we do, we get a lot of stuff confused, America. If you start talking to somebody, if they don't text you, they don't call you right back, they tell you on the phone with somebody else, or I'm not important enough, or you don't care. That's BS. I'm gonna shut all of that. That's BS. If you're not in a monogamous relationship with someone, they don't owe you an explanation of why they didn't call you back, why they don't text you. They don't have to respond to your text or respond to your phone call if you're not in a monogamous relationship. And even if you are, it may hurt a little bit more, but they don't have to. But if you're just dating somebody, real talk, if you're just dating or we just getting to know one another, she ain't got to call me back. She don't owe me an explanation. If I text her and we just met and we didn't talk a few times, maybe went out once or twice, and I didn't text her, but she don't text me back, she don't owe me an explanation why she didn't text me. She ain't my girl. Why should I need to answer that question? If I don't text you back, why do I need to answer your question? I don't owe you explanation. I think this thing in America, or I don't know if it's in America, but the thing that we do here, I see a lot of, you disrespecting me. You playing games with me. The game is played until you're locked in. Can I say that again, ladies and gentlemen? If you enter into the arena and give me your phone number, I give you my phone number, we exchange and we talk, you have now entered the game. There are no rules if we're not in a relationship. None. See, y'all got this. Y'all got this really messed up. You really do. There's no rules when you first start talking to somebody. Because people say you want to have consistency. Consistency for what? What's the consistency for? Do she need to consistent call me every single day? For what? She got to get to know me. Well, you need to talk to somebody, but how much? See, there's no rules in that. It takes for someone to become your best friend, America. Let me ask y'all this. How long does it take for someone to become your best friend? Does it become in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? But someone to become your best friend, right? You say it takes almost a lifetime. Been knowing them since I was a kid. But all of a sudden, if I'm dating you, right, I supposed to dedicate my whole day, a part of my day to you each and every day. So we can hurry up and get to know each other. No, I'm just trying to hurry up and get somewhere with you, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that's a huge problem. So as I'm 54, about to be 55 here next year. The dating world, and I had to tell a lot of my friends, if you're dating a man that just got out of marriage, 9 times out of 10, if he just got out of marriage, he's not trying to get in a relationship. Most men are not. And I'm gonna say even most women are not trying to get back into a relationship. Now they may want somebody that's going to be faithful, not play around on them, but are they trying to get back married right away? If you've been married for 15, 20 years, most women ain't trying to get back married again. You know, if I'm talking to a woman, this is what I always tell a woman, right? Take your time. When you're ready, we'll both know. But that goes with, this is what that comes along with. The ups and the downs, the ebbs and the flows of her living her life and you living yours too. Are y'all going to live through that? Because what I refuse to do, ladies and gentlemen, is this here. I refuse to be in a relationship trying to get to know somebody, lock down all my opportunities with this one person. And then when it don't work out after the 6 months, 7 months, I'm mad at myself. I refuse to do that. In the 6 or 7 months, I get to know you, but I'm still going to talk to other people. But you're probably going to pique my interest the most. Right? And then if it works out, like I said, we both know how to take each other off the market when we're both ready. She can say it or I can say it. Or we can say, you know something, are we tired of playing this game now? Right? You're the one. Right? Let's go ahead and close the case on here. But I believe, and this is not me playing games, because I know everybody wants to say, well, you out here playing games, you messing around. I just believe nobody's being honest with one another when you're dating over 50 about really what's going on. Because I'm going to say this. Every woman I've ever dated, America, their phone rings and text messages come through when I'm visiting them or they visiting me or I'm talking to them, right? And I see what women do if they're with me. What do y'all do? Right? Y'all hit the button, put the phone down, and keep talking to me. What does he do? He hit the button, put the phone down, keep talking to you. That's every woman I've ever went on a date with, anybody I've ever been interested in, right? Your phone, if your phone is on silence, either vibrating or it's ringing. And here's the other thing I say to ladies and men out there, right? Watch and not speak. And I do this a lot when I'm dating, right? If I watch how that woman, like women say, they watch how a man treats or talk about his ex. Can I say this to y'all, ladies and gentlemen? Men do the same thing. I watch how a woman talks about her ex. I even watch how a woman is talking about someone that she just finished dating or talking to and the treatment that he gets or she gets, right? And so when someone started doing the exact same thing to you, or you see some of the similarities start happening, you're going to understand what the rationale or how they actually get down behind that, right? And so what I had to learn is in my 5 years of being single, the one thing I had to learn was this here: that nobody owes you anything, nobody owes you an explanation, nobody owes you a text message, nobody owes you a phone call. If you're over 50 and dating, it's just that. If a person is really interested in you, I would tell you this. And if you're over 50, listen in, lock it in real quick before we get out of here. If you're over 50, that person is interested in you, they will make it known. She will make it known. He will make it known. There will be no games played, right? Everybody's going to be up front. And if that's not the case, they're not into you like that. They're just not. So please believe, America, when you're dating over 50, there are no new rules to the game. It's just, I think, what we need to accept as men and women going into the dating world. I've learned this sitting next to my good friend. Oh, she's not here. I'm sorry. Well, Keisa. That's usually here. We talk about this all the time. When you're dating, it's best to be honest. But I think it's hard for men and women to be honest and not be selfish at the same time. Do that make sense? I think it's hard to be honest and not selfish, because you want to be able to do what you want to do, but you don't want the other person to do what you don't want them to do. You got to have a big open heart. You got to have an open mind when you're dating over 50, in my humble opinion. Because I call myself sex over 50, right? And I had to learn was I can't be selfish. I have to let that beautiful woman talk to other men. I'm not going to try to beat that man out. I bring what Joe Lockett brings to the table. If she wants me, she wants me. If she don't, she don't. So be it. And vice versa. A woman don't have to try to win me over. If that's what I want, that's who I'm going to get. If I don't want you, you're going to know it, right? At the end of the day. So I think going over 50, hope y'all had your morning cup of coffee, right? But going over 50, if that man that you're talking to, if you hit the button on him, right, when he calls and you don't call him back later, you're not that interested. Even if he's on a date and he hit the button and he don't call you back later, he's not that interested. Maya Angelou said it the best, right? When they show you who they are, believe them. That's a message from your boy Joe Lockett. Ladies and gentlemen, dating over 50. If they don't show interest, don't you show interest. All right. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this show. This evening, we're going to do the Joe Lockett show. I got a busy day today. I got an appointment I got to get to. I got another show I got to do today. And then my baby's coming in at 11 o'clock. This is a wonderful day, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed the Keisa Joe Show. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all stay locked in. See, follow us today at 4 o'clock on the Joe Lockett Show. I think nephew will be there, maybe. I'm not for sure. Who cares? Denise may be in the building. I would definitely be there, I think, if I make it back in time. But anyway, guys, y'all have a great rest of your day. We love you. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Good night. Good evening. Good morning.